Okay, hello everybody. Welcome. My name is Halia. I am a golden IATAN card holder. I almost said gold IATAN consultant. Gold IATAN card holder. I have been with Archer and Evolution almost 4 years now. Next month will be 4 years. And today we're going to go over two free ways to create very professional, very good looking proposals for your clients to send to them, one doing Canva and one on Google Docs. Okay. We're going to go over Canva first, and then I'll go over Google Docs because Google Docs is much simpler. So I don't feel like I need to go into as much explanation on this. This is going to be, or this is being recorded, and I will be posting the recording in the Travel Knowledge Facebook group once this is done, okay? If throughout this meeting you guys have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the chat. I will be monitoring it, answering them while we are on here. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I also will be at the end, I will be sharing the links to both of these templates with you guys. Okay, you guys can see here, I have a template for you guys on Canva that you can use, and then I have a Google Doc one as well. Okay. So for those of you guys that don't know, Canva is an amazing marketing tool. You can design things on here. You can do a, a bunch of incredible things on here. You can do social media, you can do presentations, you can do a website on here. Canva is free. They do have a paid version, but you can access it for free. Okay. So I highly, highly suggest everybody gets familiar with Canva. And this is what I used to do. Well, I actually did both options when I first started the Google Docs, and then eventually a Canva presentation is essentially what I created to present my proposals to my clients when I first started. Because again, they were free, okay? And they look really, really nice when you put the time in to create your own template. You guys can customize these however you want. Okay. I have this template. Like I said, I'm going to share it with you guys. I have this template. You can share, you can customize your own copy of it. You can also go into Canva, into the homepage, and type travel agent presentation or proposal, really, proposal, travel agent proposal. It'll give you different options that you can then customize from here. Okay. You guys can make them your own. You can make them look beautiful, however you guys want to do that. All right. I have, like I said, this template that I'm going to share with you guys that you guys all can make a copy of, and it is all editable. So you guys can enter your logo into here, your travel agency name here. I enter in the trip name proposal, right? So trip name, let's say you're doing a cruise trip for a client, right? I would enter in that client's name, right? Let's say it's Sally, okay? I would go in here. Once you make your copy, you can ungroup all the things, right? Go in here and put Sally's cruise proposal, right? Or a cruise proposal for Sally, whatever, okay? However you guys want to name that, you can do that. A personalized vacation proposal for Sally Smith from trip dates. Okay, so from January 15th to the 21st to Mexico, wherever they're going, right? Your logo and travel agency name here. I've created these so that way they're very easy to simply plug in whatever information you need to plug in. Okay. Then on this vacation proposal overview and highlights, again, we're setting expectations for your giveaway. We're giving them an overview of what we're going to be going over during this proposal. Okay. Again, your logo and your travel agency name here. I already have a little blurb here for you guys. You guys are more than welcome to go in and edit anything that you need to edit once you create your copy. Okay. And with this link that I give you, when you hit edit template, it'll automatically create a copy for you. Okay. I suggest to have a main copy of it that you can then make copies of, if that makes sense. Okay, so you can make a copy for each specific traveler. All right, that way you always have like your main, your master template that you can just copy for each traveler rather than having to copy and make a bunch of edits every single time. Does that make sense to everybody? Did I explain that okay? It made sense in my brain, but does it make sense for other people's brains? Yeah? Okay, good. As I was saying it, I was like, I feel like I'm just saying copy over and over again. Okay, cool. So again, this is going to be step by step how you guys can come in and enter and edit the different information, all right? Then we're going to break down itinerary option one. I personally like to give my clients 2 to 3 options I wouldn't go any more than that, okay? 2 to 3 options, and you're going to break down what is included in it, okay? So the deposit amount, if there is a deposit amount, the total travel price, the full payment due date, so when they need to pay that by. I always, 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 okay? If you guys didn't get the hint, always include price subject to availability. Nothing is guaranteed until a deposit is made. Okay, I always include that because travel prices can change constantly. All right. I then will include the different components that are a part of this itinerary, whether it's the flights, whether it's the hotel stay, whether it is what is it called? Any like activities or car rentals or transfers, whatever travel components are in here, I will include those with a picture. If you want to break it down even more, where you have a summary of the travel components and then you have another page of just the hotel so they can look deeper into the room or whatever the case may be, you can do that, okay? I would also put like the flight details, like let's say they're departing from I'm in Los Angeles. We're going to do LA, right? They're departing from LAX and landing in Miami. I'm going to put the flight times, right? And the flight number in here as well, okay? For both the departure and the return flights, okay? And same thing for transfers, right? Whatever time their transfers are, whatever hotel they're staying at with the hotel room, like the room name, okay? I'm going to put all of that detailed information in here. And again, you guys can break this up if you want to. You could do like an overview and then more detailed information on another slide if you wanted to do that. It's entirely up to you, okay? And then same thing for option two, right? We're doing the same thing, breaking it down, and same thing for option three. Okay. Again, you guys can come in here, have your master copy, and then edit your individual agents or individual clients one. All right. Then I also like to include a comparison. Okay, so we're going to kind of summarize like this is what's included in this one, this is what's included in this one, this is what's included in this one. I like to go good, better, best, right? So we have good, better, best. Okay, you can adjust this however you want to. But the main thing here, you guys, is that template is already built out for you to where you can then build off of this and customize off of this based off of your client's trip. Okay. I wanted to make sure that you guys had something to reference to then get your juices flowing to make it yours. Okay, that is the main thing I want you guys to take away from today's training from both options that we go over. Janet, I see your comment on Facebook. I haven't shared it yet. I will share it at the end. I just answered that on Facebook, Janet. Okay. Then I have price breakdown, right? Then they can see the price breakdown all at one time, the summary of that. Okay. And again, you guys can customize this however you want to. I'm just giving you guys an idea of the main information that you guys should be putting into these proposals. Okay. Same thing again with the price subject. All right. I will put this 5 million different times on the proposal. I'll also put it in the email. I don't send these proposals over until I'm on the phone with my client saying, hey, this is our confirmed time. We're going to go over our proposal. Here it is, right? Then I send it over. While I'm talking to them, I'm breaking the proposal down for them and explaining to them what is included in each slide, right? And I'm also saying, just so you know, the price is subject to availability. It's not guaranteed until at least a deposit or full payment, depending on what supplier you're using, is made. Okay, so I'm saying it's written, it's verbal, it's also going to be written in that email. You guys need to make sure that they understand that, okay? Then I go into comprehensive package inclusions, right? So what the vacation includes in the package. If there's any extras, right? Any extra things that they get by booking with you, any extra amenities, any extra perks, anything like that, right? Also, just what's included in your services. I think this is always a good thing to include. And then I like to include information, travel terms. Okay, so travel requirements, cancellation policies, insurance. I'll do a little summary here. And then I'll also include detailed travel insurance. If you guys whatever supplier you guys are using, you should be able to download a copy of their travel insurance. Okay, if you can't download a copy of it, let's say for Vax, they have that breakdown in the like in the link of the travel insurance. You can copy paste it, put it into a Google Doc, download that, include that. Okay, that way they have all of that information there for them. You can also turn these into links. So like let's say you have your travel insurance, a little summary here. You can turn this into a link with this little button right here, link that Google Doc there. Okay. That's a really great way to do that, actually. That way they can just click on that. Okay. And then I have next steps. So then I'm prompting them on what to do next, how to get in contact with me in order to secure their trip, right? Explain what your process is, what your booking process is here. Okay. Do you guys have any questions on all of that? I understand what the point of a proposal when suppliers like Apple will give all of that information as well. Yvette, this is customized to me. This is coming directly from me to my client, not the supplier, right? Because I'm the travel agent. I'm the one putting in the work for all of this. So this is going to be my branding, right? Otherwise, if I'm just going to send them the supplier quote, then they might as well just go book on themselves, right? Because really, what service am I providing here? If I'm not doing that, if I'm not creating things on my own, what service am I providing, right? This is going to help you take your proposals to the next level, help you make them more professional, and help your branding be there, okay? Because when your clients see these, they're going to say, oh, she put in X so much time, right? She knows what I'm doing. She's an expert on this. If you're just sending Apple vacation stuff over, they're like, oh, well, if I'm just booking directly with Apple, right, and they're just sending me Apple vacations, why am I using the travel agent? I can just go call Apple Vacations. I have all of this information now. I can just go call Apple Vacations and say, hey, help me book this package or book this package for me. Does that make sense? Okay. No, I don't do this anymore. This was before I had a CRM. These are just free ways to present the proposals without a CRM. Any other questions on Canva before we jump into Google Docs? Google Docs, I will say, is a lot quicker. It's not as time consuming, whereas this might be a little bit more time consuming because you got to make it a little bit more prettier, right? You can't just copy and paste the whole thing. Google Docs is going to be a little bit more time consuming, but to me, it's not as pretty. Okay. Are my lights flickering or are those my eyes flickering? Does anybody see my lights flickering? No? Am I just going? It is? Okay. It has been doing that for the last couple of hours, and I'm like, am I just blinking hard or is my light flickering? But every time I look up at it, it's fine. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm not going crazy. Okay. Let's move on to Google Docs. And then, like I said, I'll share those two templates with you guys at the end. And I also will include the templates in the description of the YouTube video, okay, that I'll post. So this is a template I actually stole, well, I didn't steal, but she gave it to a bunch of agents when I first started. I took it from Jody Wariski, which is our $2 million travel booker. Okay. I copied it from her. All right. And I used this template when I first started. You can see here, she has her logo here. All right. So same thing, you're putting in your own branding. So it's coming from you, right? So your logo, you can pick a color, right? Whatever your branding color is. Again, she has same thing, the name, right? The travel dates. Prices are not guaranteed. Okay. This is literally everywhere. Okay. And then what is included in this proposal? Okay. Cancel for any reason, full travel credit. And you can see it is a link directly to the travel protection. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like this. Directly to the travel protection where they can then look more into it. Okay. So it makes it easy. All right. And she gives the price. Okay. If you would prefer cash back, she'll gives that price as well. All right. She then has the hotel here. She links the hotel here. And I do the same thing, you guys, on this one. When I'm putting in the hotel information, I will link the hotel website. I also really like to link TripAdvisor reviews for my clients as well, so they can go directly to those. Okay. So the hotel here, the total price, all right. This is copied. If you guys have used Vax before, you guys are familiar with the format. This is copied directly from Vax, copied and pasted directly from Vax, okay? Then she has her name here. Oh, what the heck did I just do? And then she has her name here, her website, okay, her phone number, and her email. All right, so it makes it easy. On each page is her logo and her contact information, okay? Then again, this information, directly copied from Vax, okay? But it's coming from us, right? So instead of coming directly from the supplier, it's coming from us. But this is directly copied here, okay? She just copied and pasted all of this information. So that's why I'm saying this way is a little less time consuming, right? It's a little quicker, but it's not as in my opinion, at least, it's not as aesthetically pleasing, okay? At least in my opinion. Again, all of this information directly copied from Vax, hotel advisories, all of that stuff. I do, like I said, include all of this information in those the Canva ones. It just is a little takes a little bit more time to format it correctly so that way it looks nice and flows within that presentation, okay? All travelers are required a valid passport. You want to make sure all of this information is in there as well, okay? To book, this is due at time of booking, balance due by this date. Price subject to change again, all right? And then here is where you would say, in order to book, please do XYZ, whatever your process is, okay? Do you guys have any questions on this Google Doc format? I feel like it's pretty straightforward, right? You just go in to the supplier, you can download their quote, right? If they do a quote, download their quote and then just copy and paste it into a Google Doc. Any questions? No, we're good. I feel like it's very straightforward too. This wasn't going to be a very long training, you guys. I feel like it's people just don't know what they don't know, right? So you're like, I don't know how to do this. And then this is just two simple ways for you guys to be able to do it. They don't take too much time, but they also help you look very professional. They help you look like the expert and they are have your branding and everything as well. Okay. Let me go ahead and share this with you. You guys will be able to view the Google Doc, okay? Make a copy, and then you'll be able to make edits, okay? And same thing with, well, actually with this one, you will just be able to, right here, click Edit Template. It will automatically make you a copy in your Canva, and then you will be able to make edits, okay? And like I said, I would keep one master copy. Once you have made it yours, you've customized it, you've made it yours, have one master copy and then just make copies of it. And same thing with the Google Doc, okay? Um, Kimberly, you would not be able to save this to your website. This is not for clients to be able to see just whenever, right? This is something that I would say bookmark it to your desktop. This is something you are sending clients after you've gotten on a consultation with them and you've put together a couple options for them. This is how you can format those options to be able to get on a proposal, like a call with them to walk them through their different options. No, you're good. What is the cost of the upgrade? Oh, for Canva. I don't know, you guys. Let me go ahead. Give me just 1 second. Let me put these in the chat for Facebook, and then I'll look up and see. I think I pay 15 for Canva. I really don't know. Let me see. I am gonna stop sharing my screen though, because I don't know if it's gonna show my card info. I think it's here. I pay $13 a month for Canva Pro. And then they have Canva Business, but I don't really know. I'll show you guys what Canva Business is. So Canva Pro is what I have. I pay $12.99 a month. Canva Business looks like you could do like ads and you get 10% off prints and then some AI stuff. I don't have business. I don't use that. I use Pro and I do everything just fine. After we finish the proposal, do we send directly from Canva or Google Doc? Yes, you include it in. So how I used to do this was when I get like an email together, right? I have typically ChatGPT help me get an email together and I link the proposal in there. If you're doing like the Canva presentation, you can do it in a way that how I like to show them is here, Canva proposal template, right? This would be your copy. You can hit share right here, share, and then you can do public view link and then create public view link and copy. And this is what they will see on their end, okay? So they will see this on their end and they can go through it. If you link anything, they can click on the links as well. All right, but this is how it would show up on their end. This is how I would send it to them for Canva is the public view link. And then Google Docs, I would share it just how I shared it with you guys, right? Share and then view only. Anyone with the link, viewer. Okay. You can make your client, if you wanted to, you can make your client a commenter. That way they can add any like comments on there if they wanted to change anything or they had any comments on the proposal, you could do that as well. Does anyone just have view template and not edit? So Mary, you set those settings up when you're sharing. So again, back into here, share, you can choose how you want to share it, right? You can either have only you can access, anyone can access, they can edit, they can comment, they can view, however you want to do that, okay? That's entirely up to you. Of course. Any other questions, you guys? We're good. I use Turn, Chanel. I did used to use Travefy until I found out about Turn, and then now I use Turn. But again, this is about free ways to be able to do these things. Kimberly, what are you confused on, girl? I download Canva, then I can copy your link. Yes, you need to have a Canva account, which it's free to have a Canva account. Can you repeat the sharing part? Yes. So you can either share it with your clients for Canva. You can share it with your clients however you choose. You can either copy this link here and you can make it so anyone with the link can comment, view, or edit however you want to do that. I personally suggest to either comment or view only if you want to do it that way. You can also create a public view link. So that way, when you create a public view link, they are viewing it this way once it loads. This is how they would view it. Okay. For Google Docs, same thing. I would share, you hit share. You can do anyone with the link can view, or you can share it directly with, you can add like their Gmail into here. And you can see I've shared it a couple times, right, with one of my business emails and then with my girlfriend's email. And you can make that specific person a commenter, a viewer, an editor, however you want to do it that way as well. Okay. Does Turn include a website? I do believe they have a website, you guys. That is a whole other training though, right? We're specifically focusing on Canva and Google Docs to be able to have free ways to send proposals. Yes, yes, I would have for you guys's proposals templates, I would have a master for yourself, right? Where you can then just make copy for each client. Yesenia, it's also in our Facebook group, and I will be posting it in, I will also be adding it in the description of the YouTube video that I will post into our Facebook group as well. Same thing for you, Kimberly. Alrighty, you guys. Any other questions? Of course. Of course. I'm glad this was helpful, you guys. If you guys have any questions while you're working through them or anything like that, feel free to comment on the post that I'm going to share of the recording. I will go in there. I will answer any questions, and I'll help you guys out as much as I can. Okay. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you guys or evening, and I look forward to seeing you guys on future trainings. Bye, everybody.